My Facebook friends, I just wanted to take this moment to share something. We share a lot of stuff on Facebook. We share cute pictures. We share things about life, and we share about when we cook a good meal and whatnot. But I'd like to share that God is the answer for everything. For every problem, God has an answer. And I remember for me, there were times that I went through situations that was absolutely so hard that I didn't know if I was going to make it. My son went to jail lots of times, and it was embarrassing. It was really hard, and I knew that he had better opportunities for himself, and it was really hard to go through. And sometimes when you're going through your hard times, you don't know who you can turn to, because sometimes the very people that you think got your back don't have your back, and they're talking about you, and it feels really, really hard. But I learned to trust in God with all my heart, with all my mind. And then I also learned to lean not to my own understanding, but in all of my ways. And I want to talk about that all one real quickly, because the all your ways means you're good, you're bad, you're happy, and you're sad. I tell you one thing. Every day isn't a good day. Every day doesn't feel good. Yes, every day is the day the Lord has made. Absolutely, completely it is. But it does not mean that every day is not hard. Every day doesn't have its challenges. I'll say that. But on the days that it has its challenges, that's when you must realize God is working in you and through you. But how can we say that's happening? How can we believe that? Because this is why we study the Word of God, to know that God is a very present help in the time of trouble. I know a friend that's going through something right now, and I'm only making this testimony because I know how hard it is when things are going on and it seems like everybody is looking at you the wrong way. But I tell you right now, if you're going through a hard time, you're going through a hard situation, hold your head up. Trust the God that you know. Trust God in the midst of every circumstance. It doesn't matter what they say. It matters what He says. And it matters how you walk in this situation. Why does it matter? Because now is the time of your faith. See, faith is not just in the good times. See, faith says, I believe when it's impossible. Because now, because of faith, I have the ability to believe. I have the I have the ability to trust God, to believe God, to know God is going to fight and work for me. It's important right now that we don't get weary in well doing, and don't just give up just because it's hard, just because it's not working out the way that you wanted to work out. Come on, dig in deeper. Don't stop here. Don't stop now. Keep pressing in right now and believe God for your victory. I know it doesn't look like it's promising at this moment, but if you can hold fast, you will see the salvation of God. I know it because I've been there. I know because I've trusted God. I know because I've had to go through the hard times. If you haven't had to go through the hard times, it's easy to complain. It's easy to point your fingers. It's easy to say a lot of things. But those of us who have weathered the storm, and like my old pastor used to say, either you're in a storm, in the middle of the storm, or at the end of the storm. But the reality of it is you are always in a storm. But you can take heart in the power of God, knowing that He will never, ever leave you and He'll never forsake you. I bless God today for who He is and what He's doing in your very life. You can trust God in the struggle. Why? Because He'll never leave you. He'll never forsake you. Be encouraged today. Be encouraged. It may not look like you're encouraged. It may not look like possibility is happening, but I promise you faith works. Faith is calling those things that be not as though they were. Can you call it? Come on, speak to your mountains, just like Joshua had to speak to the Jericho wall. Can you speak to the things so that you can overcome? I believe God. I believe that you are able to do it. Come on, stand up today and trust God. Be blessed today. Love you.